Afternoon with Brandon Jones, driver of the number 33 Next Year Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Brandon, this is the final race in the round of 12. Talk about the importance of finding victory lane here tomorrow and your participation in the inaugural chase thus far.
Well, first off, rookie year this year, making the chase has been awesome so far, and start off the year extremely strong, and now for whatever reason we get in the chase, and the bad luck hits us, so we've kind of got us in ourselves a little bit of a hole here. Kind of had a rough start to the chase at Kentucky. Dover, we just kind of got caught on some pit strategy stuff there and got a little too far behind there, but I felt like both races we've been a top 5, at least definitely a top 10 car, but even maybe a top 5. So we just got to get some luck on our side. Maybe some people have some bad luck here tomorrow, and that kind of gets us up there, or we win. They usually get really green flag runs here at Charlotte, and we can play some pit strategy to try to get ourselves up there to capitalize on this. And we're not out of the fight yet, so we'll see.
All right, and then I know you've got Next Year on your car this weekend. You visited their facility in Michigan this year and participated in a go-kart event. I heard that there were interns that built the go-karts. Did you help out with that at all?
I didn't get to help, but I think that is an awesome program that Next Year is kind of implemented for their internship engineering program in ways. They have kids give a budget, and then they have to build a go-kart out of at least a Next Year steering column, and then they have to use just other parts they found around. So it was definitely cool to see. Maybe if we continue our partnership with Next Year in 17, RCR can enter a go-kart, and we can play around with that. So that's fun. But Next Year, they've been on the race car a couple of times this year. They're an awesome partnership, and look forward to continuing that with them for sure.
You're going to have to get your hands dirty with that next year. All right, we'll go ahead and open it up to questions. We'll start in the back with Woody, and then behind him.
Woody came with MRN. Brandon, knowing where you are in the standings, do you come into this thinking, I want to know where I am at all times? And how fine of a line is there from trying to push too hard and doing what you know you got to do to get where has gotten you where you are today?
Yeah, I've pushed too hard before, and I haven't pushed hard enough, so I've got to find that fine line, I think. And we're just going to treat it like a normal race, man. I'm not going to sweat it too much, and whatever happens, whatever happens, happens. So we'll see. Like I said, maybe we're going to try some stuff that we normally wouldn't try if we were, sitting 6th or 8th in points or something, and try to get some track position if we have to. But we'll just have to play that by ear. It just depends how the race is going tomorrow.
All right, we'll go ahead to the back.
Jacob Steelman, Race Chaser Online Performance Motorsports Network. Brandon, as far as this first round of the chase has gone, you mentioned the bad luck, but I know there's been some fun behind the scenes too, so I've got 2 for you. First, how do you manage what's happened in the first 2 races going into an elimination race like what you've got here at Charlotte?
Yeah, it's tough, honestly, fighting that you got to get yourself out of a hole. I would love to. Came in here extremely comfortable and not even have to stress it, but it's just part of it. You're gonna have bad luck, and you can't run every race without having something happen to you. So I don't expect it to go down without a fight for sure. We're gonna be pretty good.
And on the good side, obviously the contract extension for next year, but you've been having a lot of fun. I've been entertained watching you go back and forth with Brendan, especially last week. I mean, the dynamic between you two has been fun, and it would almost seem to kind of relax some of that pressure. How much fun has it been to have somebody like Brendan not only be able to guide you through this chase, but to be able to just enjoy some of the moments like what you had and the fun that you guys had last week?
Yeah, Brendan, he's been around for a while, obviously, and he's got a lot of insight for me and a lot of special words at every racetrack that we come to. So he helps a lot. He likes to give me crap every once in a while, so I have to dish it back when I can. I have to find and capitalize on moments like that. We joke around a lot, but we enjoy it.
All right, we'll come up front to Ben, and then we'll go to Chris.
Hey, Brandon. Ben White with the Lexington Dispatch. 2 questions quickly. Just what do you think about the chase in general? How do you think it's gone in the Xfinity Series? And secondly, how do you run at Texas? Is that going to be a good track for you?
Yeah, I can't thank Xfinity enough for implementing this chase format. I feel like if everybody's goal, obviously in Xfinity is to one day be in the Cup Series, I feel like we need to be as close as possible, as you can get to the Cup Series, just to, minimize the surprises once you get there. So it's a great start. I think this is, definitely something very, very cool. It needs to stay in Xfinity for sure. And I've enjoyed it. It's kind of allowed us to take chances every once in a while, but if we do get in a hole, the worst we can be now is 12th. So I enjoy that aspect of it. But at the same time, I hate if you get in a hole like this, you can't advance to the next round. So ups and downs for sure, but I do enjoy it. It's been great. Yeah, Texas is, it's honestly about like here. There's less banking for driver anyways, the way that the track feels, but you always get green flag runs. And so there's a lot of similarities in that aspect. I love going to the state of Texas. I think that's a great place to visit. So we should be good there. I think we were honestly pretty decent when the last time we ran there as well, so should be good.
All right, we'll go to Chris Knight.
Chris Knight, catchfence.com. Brandon, no matter what happens tomorrow, are you going to be satisfied with the way that your first full season of Xfinity competition has gone?
Yeah, I think so for sure. Rookie year, making the first ever Xfinity chase, I can't be disappointed with that. So, taking away everything that we've learned from Daytona at the start of the year to going into the chase and everything, I've learned already so much information and everything that I've taken away from teammates and just driving experience too. So, we're going to be definitely ready for this thing next year. If we don't end up advancing, which we're not out of the fight yet. So, we'll see. I think we're taking a lot away from it and be ready for next year.
And you've also spent a lot of time double dipping as far as in the Truck Series and the Arctic Series with MDM Racing. How has that opportunity paid off for you?
At some tracks, it's been pretty decent. And some, it doesn't really do anything for you. We had thought about running Texas in the truck race, and we ended up staying just with Xfinity. So some tracks, you're just wide open the entire time in a truck. Xfinity, you have to start giving up a lot on entry and really modulating the throttle. So there's some tracks that does benefit you at, and some that it doesn't. So it's been good, but I think we need to keep our heads focused on it this chase and try to make this next round.
All right, we'll finish up in the middle.
Caleb Whistler, Speedway Judges. With the impending weather coming from the hurricane, how are you and your team approaching whether you're racing tomorrow night or say Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah, I think if we race Sunday, the track conditions of that first practice is what's going to be like in the race there, and which is extremely slippery. I think all of our guys were complaining that we were just really, really loose over the bumps and loose getting into the corners. So that's just how this track is whenever it heats up and everything. So if we run at night, we're going to have a lot more grip, and the setup that we had in will be perfect. But if we don't, we're going to have to work on it a little bit. So. It's just a mind game, we have to see where the storm and everything goes, but optimistically, hopefully we get to run this thing tomorrow night.
All right, thanks for joining us, Brandon, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.